Joey Sapp here for another Social Security installment. You'll notice that it's darker than shit out here. It's because it's at night. You know, normally when we go for our Social Security disability, it's in the twilight of our life. That's what we kind of put in for it for. Initially though, back when it was conceived, it was only conceived as a supplement. It was assumed that a man's investment from a lifetime of hard, honest labor would come back and be able to benefit him and his for the remainder of his life. And just a little supplement. Little did the initial creators know that we'd have such a drastic turn as we've had in society, and now more and more old people are finding themselves living completely, and disabled are finding themselves completely on Social Security. And I often laugh actually at the road signs that like slam socialism and this, that, and the other, because as I look at the cracker shack that they're up in front of, it just strikes me as horribly, sadly amusing that the very people that socialism of a type would benefit the most and make healthy and give them and theirs a more equal chance to grasp and to do something with their lives, or at least make it a little better, not quite so sucky if they insist on being slackers. But yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. They listen to talking heads. Anyway, back to the Social Security. The judge is the first person that you will meet face to face that can make a decision on your claim and a Social Security claim. The object is to either get to the judge as fast as possible, whoop, this car's coming, or to stack your case so hard, so high, and so fast that you get in and get out on the first. But you'll ride it all the way through. I asked the chief judge of the Savannah District Social Security Appeals hearing judge. He's the chief. He was a really great guy. I asked him, I said, Judge, this was when I was in law school, just figuring things out. I said, Judge, do you just really decide who gets it and who doesn't? You just give it to your staff attorneys to figure out why? And he looked at me and he kind of went, yep, that's about right. So, image is everything. Perception defines your world. Go to the hearing, have some sense. I had someone one time that made the judge mad at the Social Security hearing. That judge determined that that person could be a napkin ring installer. A napkin ring installer is someone that puts the rings around the wrapped up silverware in a restaurant. Yep. That girl would never get Social Security until she either retired or became brain dead, because they got her. And if you don't think they can pencil whip you if you don't impress them, or if you piss them off, try it. Back to my criminal series, and the number 3 video of that series, I point out that nobody's got a bigger wiener than the police officer standing on the side of the road. But when you're sitting in a Social Security hearing and you're asking them to give you free money that's not really free, you paid in for it, but to give you free money, they can be a little assy, but you don't need to get asinine. You not want to look that one up if you don't know what it means, because if they're going to give you money, you can at least sit there and act like you got some sense. Speak up, talk clearly, answer their questions, don't ramble, and for God's sake, don't let the word work come out of your mouth. Had a girl one time, she was truly, truly disabled, really nice lady, I liked her. She worked really hard in the construction industry, and she was built like a man, but she was as sweet as grandma. I'll tell you what, she, in her hearing, the judge asked her, what do you do during the day? How you carry on and bide your time? She said, oh, I go out and I work in the garden some, and I come back in the house and I pillow and I watch my stories, and you know what? The only word the judge heard was work. And his 3-line opinion was basically, the claimant is not disabled because she works every day in her garden. The appeals council, this is the only one I ever appealed in 20 years because that takes forever. The appeals council sent that back quicker then I think they could have sent back a misaddressed letter. That was a quick one, and they said, you do not make your decisions that way. But you know what? The judge found another way to screw the old girl, because by God, he was going to show them. Again, when it comes to court hearings, no one has a bigger dick than the judge, period. It doesn't even matter who's the better lawyer. The judge is the one that makes the call. Make him laugh, and that is all. Don't make him look stupid. Don't require him to make a finding of fact that makes him look like an idiot, because if your story sounds flimsy in your ears, yeah, it's going to take him about 10 seconds. Anyway, that's some down and dirty trial etiquette that you probably need to have lectured to you before you go to a hearing, because you ain't got it nearly as much control as you think you do. Lawyers do this every day. You need to get someone that does a lot of it, not somebody that does only Social Security. Because someone that does only Social Security runs the mill, and you don't get taken care of there either. And if you fall off the track, you might get lost. You want someone that does probably about a 30% mix of Social Security. You might want a general practitioner that focuses on it, someone that's done it for a while. If you can find a former Social Security staff attorney, that would be like having a former prosecutor defend you in a criminal case. You cannot get any better. But we'll be back next time in some daylight, and I will talk to you about the rising sun of getting your money in the mail, or today, direct deposit. This is Joey Sapp from the night side. I hope y'all are enjoying this. This is actually real deal information that's just really friggin' dull if you've got to sit and listen to it from the drawn on nerdy folks. I'm not quite as drawn on, but just as nerdy. Come and see us. joejacksales.info is our website. We do custom research projects for businesses, for attorneys, and for students who will help you in your research. 20 years providing the right answer to the hard questions. Good night.